How long am I gonna stay here? How long can I stay here?
Behind you. Behind you. Be careful, Sam. Watch out. Watch out.
Ah.
Let go of Dillian. Let go of your battle. Watch out. You're killing yourself.
Come on.
Behind you.
It would be funny if there's an achievement for this. Just literally going at it.
Careful, Sam. Careful.
Nope.
Let go of your battle. Let go of the one. You're killing yourself. Watch out. Watch out.
Ah.
Let go of Dillian. Let go of your battle. You're going to die. You're killing yourself.
Shall keep going.
Behind you. Watch out.
Ah.
Careful.
Yeah, I think this is infinite. I think I'm convinced this is fucking infinite. Why don't I just...
Careful.
Why can't I just kill... Where is he? Can I attack him? No,
Watch out.
it's impossible. it is. Okay. That took a really long while, just like trying to just stay alive. I'm never letting go. If anyone knows where that line is, kudos to you. Oh, the blade.
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Dorian. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a liar, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him.
Acting is so good. Senwa's acting is just... It's genuine. Like, kudos to the to whoever played Senwa. Or at least mocapped. Or whatever they did. Oh, we have a raid. One for second. Thank you so much for the raid. Can I pause this? Yes, I can pause it. Perfect. Thank God for possible cutscenes. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Have I did that correctly? There we go. Hey! The evil within. I've had some friends play that game, but welcome in everyone. How was Evil Within 1 and Forsaken? Hope that was well. Yeah, I think that's a game that I don't know if I want to try. I think it would be worth trying it at some point. But yes, welcome in everyone. For those that are new here, my name is Dozy Slumbers. I am a spotted hyena / raccoon hybrid, and today we are literally at the tail end. We're literally finishing off this game. uh, it's been such an adventure. I absolutely recommend this game. So yeah, it was deadly. I see. I see. Oh, I missed the chance to follow you. One sec. There we go. Yes, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. You literally just caught us at the very tail end of this. For those that have not played Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, I would strongly, yeah, and if you, at least if you want to play it, I strongly advise that you look away since these are already at the end spoilers. But if you don't mind, if you don't care, or have already played the game, feel free to. This is a game that requires, like, it's an adventure, a mental adventure. I enjoyed the atmosphere. Like, everything in this game is just so good. Just red birthdays. Yeah, it is. It was my birthday, but it is still my birthday celebration stream. It will be in 2 parts, like day 1 and day 2. My birthday literally ended, like, I don't know, 6 hours ago. Since it's already December 3rd, my birthday's on the December 2nd. So yeah. Again, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it.
Because I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest. Nothing.
Apparently this game has some little bit of typo issues with the subtitles. But minor issue.
And you will have no power over me.
Oh. Oh, guess decided to kill. Hellblade is my fallback category if nobody else is streaming. I would raid. Ah, I see. It's such a good game. Like, the combat is... It's pretty satisfying when you get, like, the parry system, but again, the combat is just second. It's just secondary to this game. It's mostly about the narrative.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senna.
Oh.
Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not about the combat, it's about the story.
The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend.
Have you played the second game by any chance?
Only then can we let go of our fear.
I would be curious what your thoughts on it, because it's been mixed so far with some of my chatters earlier.
And emerge from our darkness.
On my to-do list? Okay. I kind of plan to... I will probably check a non-spoiler review a bit before I consider if I want to try to play it. Whoa.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea.
Oh. Yeah, the Gila mother is just the detail on it.
Do not mourn
Hella.
the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
Oh, I guess the voices are still there.
Oh no. Oh. It's the rocks. The darkness is back. The darkness is
For a second, I actually thought that the I would die too much, that I would hit the permadeath threshold, but I didn't.
This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this. Follow us. We have another story to tell.
Oh.
My friend. Go with her. This now will be your story to witness.
There's no permadeath?
Goodbye.
I thought there is.
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel. Hoping what you need.
So what was it? Was it just like to
Each time you get hurt.
was it just like to scare you, like, oh, don't die too much,
'Cause everyone has hopes. You're human.
to mess with you? I see.
Sometimes wish
Because I died like fairly a couple of times that the rot on the right arm basically spread all the way up to like the shoulder already. I'm like, oh god, how many more deaths do I need? Do I have left before everything just goes kaput?
please don't cry now.
Well, honestly, if it's a ruse,
Please don't go.
I think it's part of the experience. Like, it makes you fear.
Please don't leave here. I don't want you
Oh, that makes sense.
that you feel.
Oh shit, that actually makes sense.
Trying to change.
If they try to ruse you with like, ooh, there's a permadeath if you die too many times, it's like you become scared of death.
Well, this is
You become scared of dying. And it's part of the story.
but some that do lay claim divine purpose. Blessed
Holy fuck, I just realized that.
that's not
Wow.
I believe, and it doesn't matter any
There's a video with this song of fan letters sent to the devs. It's so sad to watch.
you to the next world. Or maybe
Really?
to the last.
I think I need to watch that.
Not sure. But
When I get some rest, I'll probably I'll watch it.
to us the world is different.
Yeah, I did it, Ruffy.
To the world, I guess you would know that.
So,
Please
This game, 100% recommend. If you've tried playing this game and you haven't finished it yet, I would suggest like you go all over it again and play it again and try to just be immersed in it, you know? Be immersed in the story. Like, if possible, just play it by yourself. You don't have to do it on stream if you're streaming or that or so. But this game is pretty much like I think it's one of a kind, at least from what I played so far. I enjoyed this. It made me fear a lot of things, especially that part with those blobby, bubbly thing creatures. I hated that part. That was probably the worst part. I'm like, oh, is this thing gonna hit me? Is this thing gonna touch me? Please don't, please don't. I don't want to die.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging.
It's about how the game touches people suffering from psychosis, how the game helped them to connect. People like family and friends who were unable to understand what they had to go through. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Because this is perfect. Well, not, I mean, you know, nothing's perfect, but this is really good at portraying psychosis, right? Again, they basically researched this. They literally had a mental health advisor to, you know, guide them through in like, oh, what is the best way to visualize psychosis, visualize these mental health things. It's just, you have the voices, you have the, you know, the darkness, you have the thing about like, oh, I'm scared of death, you know, needing to let go of someone who has passed away. It's a great like visualization, I would say. There is also a hidden end when you get all the runestones. Nothing major, just a small detail added. Yeah, I wasn't able to get all of them. I assume like basically everything is the same except for, I don't know. I mean, if it's nothing major, that's fair because oh my god. I think I don't I think this is one of those games where it's like it's one and done. I can tell you what it is. Yes, please do. I do not mind. It's not really that. If it's not really that spoilered, if it's just a little thing, feel free to. I think personally I would give this game like probably a 9 out of 10. The only thing lacking is just that I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'll make it a bit higher, like 9.5 out of 10 or something. It's really good. I noticed like just already like it was too late, like, oh, so the runes, when you activate them, it's just like, oh, it shows you like, oh, you missed this in this chapter. Oh, you missed in this chapter. Like, heck. All of our fan supporters for making Hellblade possible. And they literally even have that website there. I don't know if that still works, but it's a .info website. This is what, 2017? Wait. Oh, I didn't know this game was like around there. God, that was so good. And that's it. Wait, hold on. We do have this thing. Also, chapter selection. There's the lore stones. The only thing I actually managed to finish is this one. Okay, I want to see this one.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
Wait, hold on. Okay, you just posted it. As you may remember, Senua was on a journey and she felt it was her fault. Her mother died not knowing that her father killed her. When she came back, the village was raided and her lover killed. Now, the thing added is that it was her father who betrayed them. He left the village and encountered the Vikings. In exchange for his life, he gave up the location. Oh. Ah, okay. So that's the small thing. I see. Interesting. Yeah, it's like a small detail, but yeah, it's kind of there. It's not like a major thing, like, oh, something different happens. It's not really that. It's just like an added detail-ish.
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it?
What is this thing anyway?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye.
Wait, is this like the trader or something? I want to see it nonetheless.
But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake?
See, look at all those things. They have mental health consultants as well. Like,
And
you
we
have
only
professors
see what our
working in
inner
this.
eye
Like,
creates for us.
if their goal was to visualize psychosis,
Is
they
this what
definitely
hell
did.
is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision
A
quest
Celtic
into Viking
warrior.
territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered
Not
taboo,
really. I'm kind of
and a
bad at
challenge
it.
that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senuna in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When
Oh.
first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad,
That's really
and their
cool.
matted hair clumped with lime.
The
And so Senua would
voice
be a
actress of
barbarian
Senua is
Pict
literally the
this
dev,
year.
and she really did a great
What's your
job.
name?
Like, she's so in character. Like, she just fits.
I haven't seen you before.
Rediscovered in 2013.
How much?
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait,
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle.
Which is that?
I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillian, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
I may have heard of that, like that kind of like sacrifice kind of thing. It's gruesome. It still is, except now they wear suits. Yeah, fair enough. I know what you mean.
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was truth, meaning fool, or
Liar.
one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Truth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories
That explains why those things look
into their world
a little bit too real.
Northmen say
It's
the
literally
world
just
will
captured.
come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire.
Yeah, back
water
open,
will
ribs,
flames
bro-
will play
yeah, ribs
against
broken
the
and spread like
sky.
wings.
Heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere.
Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness such as psychosis is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used
I see.
interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
You're already dead. Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim.
Oh,
The goddess
okay.
Hela holds his soul there.
If they could make a movie out of it, it would be
We
cool.
reached out to Welcome,
but it's
a
rough.
biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming in. Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. I think it's fascinating. Absolutely.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it?
Please feel free to
Games
share
are
it.
capable of drawing you in for hours
I
on
think
end,
link should be
playing
allowed,
the role
but
of a character who
if
is
it's
different
not, then
from you,
I'll fix it.
experiencing their perspective.
Please
and actively
feel free
involving
to
you in
share.
a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
That is
Hearing
so
voices
cool.
is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness. And crucially, we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
It's really good. This is why you require headphones to play this game.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences, and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the vision or what we're seeing is too much, it becomes more difficult until eventually we perhaps don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing, and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see.
Thank you. I will take note of that. I'll just put it like I'll watch it once I end stream.
I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. As we all know, my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deep?
Oh, these are the accounts that they've gotten. Yeah, this is the testament, so okay.
Feel like this, read like this. I just wanna live that song. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
To refine our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half, showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their feedback. With their help, flashbacks, visions, and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day.
Jesus.
I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in a room, so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them.
Oh.
The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations or not far enough?
This part was an interesting scene.
Just like your sword.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind. The dark rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress. Afterwards, they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need a sword.
The rot is just in Senua's head.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role.
Oh my god.
And I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us.
She's so in character.
My hope is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbel. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exacerbated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness. It's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question is, what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
Oh, that's
All
rough.
of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
That is rough.
Towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory have asked us to come along and help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
So good.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
We just end up with the hallucinations that dude has lots of stuff to tell.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long
scene.
as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals are able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress and survive as society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.
That's really cool. It's nice seeing like the sort of behind the scenes of this. God, this game is just wild, dude. Yeah. Didn't expect. I mean, I expected like there's mental health stuff, but I didn't expect it would go so deep into this. Like, whoa. Yeah, definitely 100% recommend. Also, apparently, yeah, I didn't expect it, but apparently this is by Ninja Theory. The same, those were the same people who made, I believe, the DMC game, isn't it? It's the same people, right? For context, I have played the DMC game. Yes, that game. I played it. Story-wise, it was kind of but the gameplay is like kind of addicting. Right. I did say I was still gonna play the other game called Before Your Eyes, so maybe I'll take a chill for a bit. It's like I'm not gonna end yet, but I'm just gonna be like chill here and just like take it in all those things. I still can't get over the fact that I've been screwed over by that rod. It made me believe there's a permanent mechanic. It's like, oh, I have to not die now. I have to be afraid of dying, and that completely it got me caught. I literally got caught within the game's like literal thing about psychosis. I'm, oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't think a lot of games do that to me. Jeez. That is smart and very unique. I'm absolutely blown away by that. Let me pull out my... I'm just gonna copy these links to my notepad, which I can just look into later. That's one. Ah, that didn't work. Then that's the letter video. There we go. Personally, I don't know anyone, thankfully at least, like, you know, who's encountering this mental health thing, like psychosis. But I just wanted to do a little bit of like a sharing thing. But my mom has been to like a mental health facility at one point for like, I think it was like some research or something. It was like one of their subjects. And she literally told me that, oh, there are these patients who are just roaming around and, you know, they're fine. They're not gonna randomly just attack you or anything. But then there are those ones that are in their cells who would absolutely do harm to you. That's why they're kept there. Though, to be fair, this is like probably decades ago, so the landscape for mental health during that time is probably different compared to now. Like right now, it's probably more like, you know, just, you know, rehabilitation, stuff like that. There are so many different forms of different mental illnesses, like even normal depression. Yeah, like what was it? Like different levels, should I say? Should I say levels or like types, subtypes, something like that, I guess. It's like something like that. Older brother used to do an internship in the mental ward of a hospital. Oh, yeah, different kinds of depression. I, on the topic of that, I do still need to, I still need to get like I did, I was ready for it. I was like, I wanted to go to therapy because of stuff. I personally need to see one. I just haven't had the time yet, but I will definitely do so. I'll probably just say it like I need to have this at least as my birthday gift to myself as well, to actually just get an appointment and let things go. Honestly, I have prepared for it for such a long while. I even talked to some friends about it. Like, I asked like, hey, do you think this would be okay or something? Resting depression never leaves you. You just have to learn to live with it. Yeah. Like, I guess that's the thing, right? It sucks, but you know, if you learn to, you learn to know your patterns, or how you just, I guess you catch yourself doing things. I don't know. It's like something like that, I guess. I know from experience. Like for me, I guess, in these kinds of games, especially, well, what was that other game I played? Because basically, at the moment, I've been going through the process of grief. You can say it. We can say it that. Through the process of grief and that. I'm still going through it. And that's also one of the things that made me just had to push myself to like, oh, I probably need to go see help, you know? What time is it? Oh, it's like 7. If Before Your Eyes is like 1 to 2 hours, I don't know if I should... God, so it's been like... It was spent so long. It spent so long in Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice that... I wonder if I should do it, or maybe I should do it on part 2 instead. I think I'll just do it on part 2. That way, if Bor will be here to watch it. Anyway, for those that are not aware, I also got this game called Before Your Eyes. Was it Before Your Eyes? Let me check. Where's my library? Yeah, there we go. It's called Before Your Eyes, and it seems to be something about like, apparently this requires a webcam, so I might be using my PNG tuber for that game. Apparently it uses your webcam to notice if you blinked or anything, and every time you blink something changes. So I think it's an interesting, another interesting experience that I'll be going through. Oh, I guess my theme for this birthday stream is about like these unique experiences with like mental health and stuff like that. Also, again, Steam Steam Autumn Sale is still up, so if you want to get your stuff, it's until what? On the 4th? That's like tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, I think it's about time I'll just rest up. I will probably wind down and watch those videos while I'm winding down before I go to bed. Right, so I think let's go see who to raid. Thank you so much everyone on embarking with me with this rather really unique adventure with this game. Again, highly recommend if you haven't played it, please give it a try.